Celebrate over 100 years of steak perfection during the Omaha Steaks Anniversary Sale. Save 50% site-wide on USDA certified tender steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED at omahasteaks.com today. Don't wait. Shop the anniversary sale at omahasteaks.com to save 50% on legendary steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
Welcome to the local lowdown and find out what's happening in Lavaca County, Texas. Now here are your hosts, Murray and Michelle.
Hello everybody, this is Murray back with you for the June 25th and 26th edition of the Local Lowdown podcast. And we've got the co-host Michelle here. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm great. I'm so excited that you're back.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy to be back because when I was gone, people talked about me. So this time maybe I'm here
I'll
to
still
defend
talk about
myself. And then telling everybody where my damn goodies are and my desk and my toilet paper. So all the handy items.
Wait a second. So toilet paper is, what's your opinion, up or down?
Over the top, whatever that means.
That is ridiculous, Murray.
I got a funny story about that.
Okay, great. Let's go.
My daddy used to come visit when we lived in Gonzales, and that, of course that was before he passed. But he was a, what do you call it, underneath.
Yeah.
He was an under. And I swear to God, every time he came to my house, he switched our roles around. Every time. And I told him, I said, I don't do that when I come visit you. They were living here in Hallettsville. Well, he said, you got to have it on there right. And I said, over the top is right. No, it's got to be underneath.
That's right.
So,
I agree with your dad.
That's the way you judge it?
Yeah, under.
And who else?
Me and Margaret say under, and Ani and Nicole say over.
All right. So we really don't
We need to ask Henry Joe.
Oh, hell, he'll take it any way he can get it, probably. I don't know. There's no telling. But anyway, I wanted you to explain some things.
Uh-oh.
You had posted on the podcast, on the podcast Facebook group, you had posted something about ECL.
Okay, yes.
And you didn't explain anything about it. So you can do that now.
Well, one, everyone could pick up the Shiner newspaper because Clayton Kelly with 2 E's.
All right.
Did a whole article about ECL and talked to the vice chair of the chamber, Ms. Brandy Wallace, and she gave an overview. But what ECL is under the chamber, we have 2 youth groups that we work with to make them great leaders and provide them community service opportunities and scholarships. And one is the Shiner Royalty, and that pageant is tonight, so 7 o'clock, Half Moon Empire. You should come out if you have a chance. And then ECL. Now, ECL used to be known as YAT, which was Youth Action Team, but it was brought to my attention that YAT kind of sounds like vomiting. Like you yak, you know, yeah. All that's, yeah, just like that. So I didn't want that. We also want this to be something that looks great on a scholarship application. And YAT, but ECL, which stands for Emerging Community Leaders, we think is a great line item. We've also made some changes to the program to give them more opportunities to volunteer, more chances to learn how the Chamber of Commerce itself runs, and then how businesses run, small businesses in particular, where we hope to get a shadowing program going at some point, even if it's just a day, an hour spent in a local business partnering up with us so the kids can go in a field that they may be interested in and talk to the owner and see what it's like for day-to-day operation, how they got to where they are, like a career day, but more one-on-one.
So you're looking for students to get involved?
From 8th grade, so 8th grade this year, so 8th grade, starting 8th graders for 25-26 school year, up until seniors. And there will be ECL awards given if you complete your service hours at the end of each year. So you can earn that award, and then at your senior year, you can apply for the scholarship.
Is that just a Shiner thing?
It is just a Shiner thing.
Okay. Well, hopefully, maybe it'll spread
Hopefully.
to other places. Well, that's good. I just wanted to get that out there for people that may not have understood what it was.
I feel like so far I've made 100. What's your next one? Rocket Fire.
No, I just have some comments. I want to welcome Donald Herring and Gene Sutton had just joined our Facebook group.
Thanks. I hope you love it.
Yeah, welcome. Glad to have you, and we hope you share with other people and get other people to come join us. Another thing, did you go anywhere or do anything to celebrate Juneteenth?
Well, I worked here, and then I got to spend time with Ani and Nicole on the podcast. I did the Lunch and Learn in Shiner for GBC, and it was great. I didn't do anything that evening or over the weekend, so
well, they had
not much.
Didn't they have a parade here in Halifax?
Yeah, they had that the week prior, the 14th. So,
Okay.
and I, apologize. Those pictures haven't gotten in the paper. Clayton did get out there to cover it, and I hope to get it in this week. We've just been really tight.
But we do have pictures.
But we do have some pictures about
Okay.
the event.
Well, I was thinking about, when you get old, you start thinking about things that happened in the past.
Uh-huh.
So I got to thinking about when I started drinking beer.
Oh.
And when I started drinking beer, this was in the 70s, the most popular beer at the time, can you guess what it was?
Shiner.
Schlitz.
Never heard of it.
Schlitz.
Like the...
Don't ask me to spell it. SCHLITZ or something like that.
If you left the L
Schlitz.
out, you could be in trouble.
Yeah, well, I won't do that.
Okay.
But a lot of the old timers, and I don't know how many old timers listen to this podcast, can relate to that, I'm sure. But do you know what came along and replaced Schlitz as the most? Now I'm talking about where I live, down on the coast.
So I can't pick Shiner, is what you're saying.
No, Shiner was something.
Natty Light?
No,
Dang it.
Miller Lite.
Miller. I had the light, right?
Yeah, you had half of it. But Miller Lite replaced the Schlitz.
I knew it was going to happen.
And it became, and even now, I still drink that. My dad, he drank Pearl. He drank Pearl for years and years. I don't know if they still make Pearl.
Yes.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure. I know that the brewery is still, there's a building
Okay,
still
well,
in San Antonio.
any of you folks listening that
That should be drinking Shiner, but...
Yeah, well, around here, I like Shiner Blonde, but I don't always get
I had a Shiner Light this weekend, and everyone was very shocked at it. Because I don't drink much, but it's not like I can't drink.
Well, we definitely know you don't need to drink anything to make you any more crazier than you already
This
are.
is true.
All right, well, have you got anything you want to talk about before we jump into these newspapers or not?
No, I didn't get the hot dog question up. I realized I failed on that, so I'm going to try to get that up. It's fitting for the 4th of July, so I'll get that up this week.
Yeah, and you need to take down old stuff that's on there.
Well, that's a lot of work.
No,
That's probably not going to happen.
I took down 2 of them that were your posts
Well, no surprise there.
about Pizza Day or something, selling pizzas.
Oh, yeah. But why do we have to take it down? I feel
Because
like
it's not.
It's history then. Like a history book.
Yeah, it'll do that every year.
Do you take stuff down on your personal page?
Mm-hmm, I sure do.
You got too much time on your hands. You need a hobby.
Yeah, I got plenty of hobbies. I got too many, as a matter of fact. Well, let's.
Hey everybody, it's Nicole Byer here with some hot takes from Wayfair. A cozy corduroy sectional from Wayfair? Yeah, that's a hot take. Go on and add it to your cart and take it. A pink glam nightstand from Wayfair? Scalding hot take. Take it before I do. A mid-century modern cabinet from Wayfair that doubles as a wine bar? Do I have to say it? It's a hot take. Get it at wayfair.com and enjoy that free shipping too.
Wayfair. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic!
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
Jump into these newspapers.
But wait, how was your trip to the cemetery? We didn't talk about it.
Oh, well.
I mean, first of all, is it really a trip to the cemetery? But
That's one thing that I'm glad you brought that up because I had forgot about it. Well, I hadn't forgot about it, but a lot of times I don't like to talk a lot about myself. But,
jokes.
but anyway, at least once a year, and twice if possible, I try to drive out to a little cemetery. It Speaks, and it's 23 miles from my house, and it's FM 530. That's one of the most curviest, if that's a word, roads around here.
It's also where 90% of Hallettsville lives, I
Yeah,
feel.
it seems like. But I don't like to drive it. At my age, I'm getting a little reluctant to drive those kind of roads. But anyway, the folks are buried out there. My sister, my dad, my mom, and some of my little brother's ashes are scattered there. So when it comes time like Memorial Day and anything about veterans, my dad fought in World War II. So Jimmy Apple was kind enough to give me a little flag, and I decided that I'd take it out there. And I think the VFW had already put one on. Anyway, I made a video of it and talked about how windy it was. If you could hear the wind on the microphone, and the mosquitoes were terrible,
But overall, it was a great trip.
yeah, it was something, that the memories aren't good when you visit people that have gone on, but the memories of the life they led and the fun you had with them and the love that was shared, it's worthwhile. And I think that's something that people need to do. That was my trip. It's on Facebook on my page. I may have put it. Did I put it on
I
the
think
lowdown?
so.
But anyway, that's what I did on my days off. So now, can we jump into the
No, we have to give an update on Jimmy Apple's injury from his trip.
Oh, okay.
His couch injury, he's recovered well. He's been up and going. No
I
problems.
thought you
this
said
week.
you didn't have anything.
It
It just started popping into that.
my brain is just so big and
into that
full.
amazing head.
Yeah. Oh, and we didn't tell everyone the good news that I'm employee of the last 4 months.
Yeah, I was discussing that a while ago with the man that gives out those awards.
Yeah.
And I said, it's odd. Michelle got the employee of about 6 months. I don't know how many.
4, I think.
And then the next paper, Chuck Groff winds up in a 4-column newspaper, a 4-column picture in the newspaper on the front page that should have been a 2-column and buried inside. So you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Is that one of those deals? Or?
Yeah. Pretty much.
All right, well, what else? You had something else?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I may think of something.
Oh, Jimmy survived, right?
Yes, and he recovered well from getting hurt by getting up from the couch.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to see he's doing better. I see he had a visitor back there that's probably keeping him from getting any work done.
Probably.
But, all right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the paper, and you can talk about your buddy on the front page.
All right, Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, he deserves it. That's for sure.
So he did come back and gave to his community. Chuck, of course, did not write this because, Chuck can only do so much in a week.
Yeah, he stays pretty busy.
And so I had to help him out a little bit. And, of course, then he has to lovingly criticize what you write or how you write stuff. So it's supposed to be 170 plus, and I just put 170. So there was more than 170 kids that attended Jonathan Brooks's football camp that was held here at Hallettsville Stadium. We thank Jonathan, of course, for all he does for his community. I saw on Facebook he had a burger at Los Cabos, so he was making his rounds back in Hallettsville. If you don't know who Jonathan Brooks is, he is the former running back for the Hallettsville Brahmas that then went and was outstanding at Texas and has now went on to the NFL. And he has suffered a few injuries, and so we do hope him the best in his recovery from that.
That was Jonathan is one heck of an athlete. I've got to see him play twice, other than on TV, but when he was in high school here. And my brother and I was at a playoff game over in, I believe it was Katy. And that was the first time I got to see him play. And unfortunately, they lost that game. But he amazed me. He is outstanding. And not only is he an outstanding athlete, he's an outstanding young man. Special
person. So we thank Jonathan, and I hope those kids know how lucky they were to have this opportunity.
Yeah, you should have got some autographs.
Yeah, definitely. I hope someone did.
All right.
And then Chuck Groff, I mean, he's available at the Hallettsville Tribune Herald if you want his autograph.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure he'll gladly give it to you.
And a story about Henry Jones. Now, let me tell you something about Chuck Groff this week. Right. So, Jimmy Apple wrote this article, interviewed him, did all the work, but we wanted to have a little fun with Chuck. So, we rewrote the article with some humor and just crazy stuff. And Chuck read that article, said, there's some false information here, and corrected that article.
He corrected the humorous article?
Yes.
He didn't understand.
I don't think he got that we were joking.
We should have ran it just like it was.
I guess I should have, because there would have been some comedy in that. But we do congratulate Chuck, and I hope that maybe he just does what he normally does, skims through stuff and didn't read the whole article. That was funny, because there's no way you could not read it and laugh.
That's true.
Congrats to him. He received the award for all of his service to the VFW. Jimmy Apple covered Commissioner's Court. St. John Parish Picnic is coming up, and summer is here if you haven't known, but I don't feel like it's been as terribly hot. Maybe because of the rain?
I think that's because we were fortunate to get some rain along the way. In fact, it was Monday or Tuesday, because I was working, and I think Chuck went home for lunch, and we got a rain. He said he got a half an inch in that short period of time. Got a real good rain here at the office.
But Chuck Groff lies sometimes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sometimes.
What about your buddy Henry Jones?
Henry has a new question. Margie Price won the last one, but it's who was the first pro baseball player to hit a record-breaking home run at Dodger Stadium. And we've had some people call in already, so
probably have some winners.
We have some winners.
A lot of sports, a lot of pictures.
A lot of all-stars going on. McDonald's is coming. We've told you that, and now they're hiring. We thank them for putting in their ad, and you should definitely contact them.
Well, did we get all the Little League pictures in? Or?
I hope so. If not, I will definitely hear about it several times. I did get Employee of the Month, so probably.
Yeah.
Jots to Jim. We got that in this week. I had to leave a lot out last week, so this week's full.
What was that one other column you just conveniently passed
The
over?
Dance Boys and Their Guns. I got Murray's column in. Imagine that.
That's amazing. That is really amazing.
It is amazing.
We'll talk more about it when we get to Moulton.
And Half Moon Holiday, we'll talk about that when we get to Shiner. So that pretty much covers the Hallettsville paper. Thanks to Ehlers, they're having a July 4th sale.
Yeah, I think they ran all our papers, didn't they?
Yes, and of course Gonzalez Healthcare.
Okay, we're going to jump over to the Moulton Eagle, and on the front page we got Flag Day. That was, although it happened last week or the week before, I don't know which, but we wanted to go ahead and honor it and put it in the paper. And we also have a story about the MISD, Moulton Independent School District, approved an.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic!
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
Energy savings agreement. And as Michelle said a while ago, summer is upon us, and we got that story on the front page by Jimmy Apple. And then on the inside, we have my column that about the Dance Brothers, and they were a group of young men that when the when the Civil War started, and of course being in Texas, they were part of the Confederates, and they manufactured guns, and the South didn't have many factories. That most of that was in the North, but these boys, they copied a Colt pattern and produced their own guns. And if you could find one of those guns right now, if you had one of them, you'd be a wealthy person. The one that we've got in the paper is on display in the Bullock Museum in Austin. But after looking, it's actually on loan, and they're not displaying it right now. I don't understand why, but anyway, thanks to the folks that were kind enough to loan that gun to them. And if you're into Civil War or Texas history, I think you'll enjoy reading about it. And that's that. And what else have we got? Class of 75. I really enjoyed their picture. I don't know who took that picture, but I decided that I wanted to make it 6 columns and we put it inside. So all you graduates from 75, congratulations.
It was a pretty big class.
Yeah.
That showed
really
up.
It really was.
And I didn't talk about Henry. He talked about the Great Flood of 1940. He was 2 years old.
Guess whose column he got all that information from?
Not sure.
Yeah, you know. No, that was a bad one. And the folks that are
You
around.
weren't alive though, right? What year were you
I
born?
wrote about it.
But you weren't alive.
Of course I wasn't alive. I'm not near as old as he is.
Near.
What else we got over there? We got the Shiner Half Moon. We're talking about that.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Murray, this is your paper. You should know.
Well, I do know. I'm looking at it from a distance, but we have most of these articles were already covered in Hallettsville.
This is true.
And we want to thank Gonzalez Healthcare, of course. They run large ads with us quite frequently. And then we got the Catholic Daughters, had their social. And then these folks there about the Champions Valley Bragas, I think they're out of Shiner because Janet wanted us to run it in all the papers if we could. So we got it in Moulton.
Awesome.
All right. Jumping on over now to the Shiner Gazette. That's your paper. You ought to know a lot about that.
It's not my favorite. I don't put it together. But I will say a big thank you to Janet for promoting Half Moon this week. The whole front page is chamber information or Half Moon from the girls that are trying out for the pageant tonight, which is a great, great group of girls. Any one of them or all of them that are selected to represent Shiner, that we will be lucky to have them this year for sure.
Is there any nepotism involved?
There's none. My daughter is giving up her crown.
Oh no!
So she has one parade left, and and then next week, and then at Half Moon, and then we're gonna have a year off for sure,
Oh, wow.
maybe longer. So the 4680 Half Moon's coming up. See what's all scheduled and the exciting events for that. It does kick off tonight with the pageant, and then we take a little break, but then we're back on next Friday starting with all the stuff. Clayton Kelly interviewed one of our headliners coming. They're coming from Louisiana and Sweden. They're a combined group. Will Wesley is from Louisiana and Florian Fox is from Sweden, so read about them. They're super excited to come to Shiner. And then we talked about the ECL program earlier, and Clayton also did an article on that.
They have a parade with that?
We have a parade next Saturday at 10 o'clock. You can still enter the barbecue cook-off and the parade. Everything's open to entry still right now except for the pageant. So
the barbecue is in Green Dixon?
It is. It's at the Casper Pavilion, but most people park their RVs in Green Dixon.
Now, you know, one thing I've wondered, because I've gone to a lot of car shows in the past, and one of the best is in Shiner. And I never understood at these barbecue cook-offs why you can't buy a barbecue.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that.
I mean, but do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they don't.
You go and you smell that delicious meat being cooked, but you can't.
But we do have great vendors with other food, and if you want to be a vendor, come on out.
All right. I hope some barbecue vendors come out.
There's one for sure. It's a local guy.
All right. That'll work.
Let's see what else we got going on here. We have Jimmy Apple's Court. Some scholarship winners. Always glad to see that. The rest of the Royalty Court. Shiner Funeral Home is announcing a new member to their team. Thank you for putting that in, and best of luck to her. Notes from the Walters Museum. That's always interesting to read by Duff.
What is that picture with the Walters Museum? Does it say?
It doesn't say. Maybe inside the article, but I haven't read it yet.
I was looking for a cut line on it because it looked real interesting to me.
Yeah.
Got a lot of sports. Mark
a lot
Levy.
Of sports, some basketball camp. There is some nepotism on that page. You have to look for it, I suppose. And of course, Janet also has the article about summer and how to stay safe, which is important, of course.
All right, we're going down the road to Yoakum and see what Allison and Nadine got for us.
Looks like they're the start of the construction for the softball field has begun. Read about that. Also, Levack County and DeWitt County Commissioner Court and EDC.
And that Royalty Queen float, was that something
that's the old Royalty Queen that looks like from the 2025 Tom Tom Parade, which was a few weeks ago. So.
All right.
More that went on at the library programs. Those are great programs. If you can still catch one of their events. I think they all wrap up in June, but it looks like they had some magic shows and different things like that. Some sorority news inside as well.
That Dynamite Award, did we talk about that? Because
No.
I had that in Moulton too.
And what is it? I must have not got it.
It's about third graders. I didn't read it, but maybe you can see the first paragraph. What does it say?
The Dynamite Award was presented at the end of the school year to 10 outstanding third graders across Levack County.
All right.
One student from each elementary school was honored. That's awesome.
You'll find that in Yoakum, and it's in Moulton. Now I don't know about the others.
I did not get it.
But it's for all the third graders in the county. So it's a pretty lengthy article, but if you've got a third grader or somebody kin to you might want to check that out.
Congrats to them. That's very exciting to get that award. And then summer workout. There's a big picture of all the kids that are putting in the work this summer to get ready for the fall. And that shows dedication and commitment. So kudos to those kids.
I'll tell you what, that summer will be gone before you know it.
No, let's not talk about it.
It's amazing to me that when I was a kid, you got out at the end of May and you didn't go back till the first part of September. So you actually had 3 months. Yeah. But it's not that way these days, is it?
Not quite.
All right. We're going to move on over now to our friend Nicole. And speaking of that, before we start, because I had written it down and then I misplaced it, we need to talk about those awards.
Yes, I won.
Well, I don't know. I didn't see your name on any certificate.
My name is on there.
It's actually on a paper certificate that will be sent to you.
I think so.
And you can frame it,
yes.
right? Well, that's good. Well, I noticed that you got mentioned, and our copy editor, Margaret Posey, she got mentioned.
Yeah.
And Nicole, she cleaned up. So
Yeah. But her work is good.
yes.
It's great.
All right.
But anytime that we win is great. It shows our dedication, hard work, and a team effort for sure. So thanks to Nicole for going and acting like they were all her awards. No, I'm kidding. No, thanks for her going and accepting them and keeping me updated on what we won. When she sent it to me, she says, "I know you won't be happy that it's second place." And I was like, "You're right, I'm not." But you take what you can get, and you can't always be first.
But
it was probably a blind judge.
As long as you're first in your mind, what's that old saying? You're a legend in your own mind.
And I am. But it's thump time in Luling. So we have a whole special section that was only made available by our wonderful advertisers. That'll tell you everything that's going on in Luling as they celebrate Thump. It starts today, which is the 26th, and goes through Sunday the 29th. So get all the information about how to have fun. Like I said, we will be attending our last parade as the 2024 Royalty Court.
Is that the one
there.
you're going to be in?
That is it, yes.
All right. Well, I wonder if Moulton's going to be there.
I wonder. I don't know. Probably. They've been doing really well showing up.
Maybe Nicole will get a good shot of all of them.
Maybe, because I'm not doing it.
Who's that pretty young lady on the front page up
That
there?
is this year's queen, and she's fixing, I think tonight's the coronation.
All right.
So she will
Big
give up
doings
her
in
crown.
Luling, the watermelon capital of the world.
That is right. So very excited for that. We do talk about our awards a little bit. And
Yeah.
also some sports, thanks to the Luling Chamber for their ad and allowing more color to be through the paper. Gig'em and Hook'em Classic is going on, and that about covers it. Big news is the Watermelon Thump for sure. And it's a great pullout, so you can just take it with you and see what's going on. The watermelon spitting. Did you hear that we are going to have a spitting contest here?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, are you going to do it?
No.
Well, I don't care. You're going to do it anyway. I knew you were going to say no.
Well, you were right.
But we're going to do it.
But I'll enjoy it. I may video it. I don't know. I ain't decided
Do
yet.
you think that the seed is better if it's round or flat?
I would think flat.
Really? Because I thought that too, and then I had a popcorn kernel, which Ani told me that is actually heavier than a watermelon seed, so that my judgment is probably off. But the roundness of the popcorn kernel, when I tried to blow that, it went really far.
Was you spitting at Chuck Groff or?
No, I wish. No, I just spit it back in the bag, but it went really hard, like thump.
Well, from your mouth to the bag, that's not a contest. You got to talk about feet.
I know, but it would have went far, but I wasn't going to spit in the office. I'm not nasty. God.
No, the Watermelon Thump. That's a good one.
It's a hot one.
Yeah,
I hope it'll be a little cooler this weekend.
It is hot, that's for sure. Yeah, well, Nicole, she brought me a real nice watermelon.
Yeah, let's bring that up again.
Yeah.
you
I
didn't share.
enjoyed it, and I noticed yesterday I stopped in at Hoper's because I had a hankering for some homegrown.
Did you see Henry?
No, thank God I got there before we got there and got out of there before we got there. But
Wow.
anyway,
That's a sad miss.
they've got their fresh tomatoes, fresh cucumbers, and they have their homegrown watermelons on the floor between every aisle.
Oh. Did you buy one?
No, I can't pick them up.
Well, I can
They're
go
too
help
heavy.
you.
And besides that, sometimes when I bend over to pick things up,
Things come out.
things happen.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, what else you got before we actually go under the time it's supposed to be?
I don't know. We're
It's
doing
supposed to
very
be, It's
well.
supposed to be 30 minutes instead of an hour. And,
I told you Ani talked too much.
well, of course, I have to listen to the whole thing because I do the editing on it.
Well, we all listen to the whole
And
thing.
no. And the co-administrator here that does these podcasts with me, she never listens to them.
That's not true.
So, well, you only do if somebody else is playing it, like in the office or something.
I put it on in my car.
Do you?
Yeah, I've taken a picture and showed you. Don't be mean.
Well, how do I know that that's a fact?
Because you see it playing on my screen. It says Murray and Michelle.
Well, you can flash it up there and take a picture.
Oh, for the goodness.
For the love of God.
Ah.
Well, we need to promote our webpage, LavacaCountyToday.com.
And it's all spelled out, people.
That's it.
Don't abbreviate.
And the email address for the local lowdown group, you need to check that out. realtcs@zohomail.com.
It's a weird one, Murray.
Well, I'm pretty weird when
That's
you think about it. Anyway, you can read it because I've got it posted, featured in the podcast group. So if y'all want to send us an email or send us some ideas, or if you want to gripe about Michelle talking too long.
Never.
Let's mention that podcast before we go. Tell us all about it, and I want to hear more about the broken rain gauges. And let's see, what else? Critical information. What else did y'all talk about?
Toilet paper.
Yeah. Where I keep my stash.
We talked about that, yes.
You talked about something else quite lengthy, and I forgot to write it down.
I can't remember. It's been so long ago.
Yeah, last Thursday. Well, folks, you don't have to speculate. All you got to do is go listen to it.
That's right.
It's up there and ready to go.
And it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. All right, well, you got anything to say before we close? I'll tell people to invite them to the different events around the county.
Yes. Just go to Thump. Go Watermelon Thump.
Although that's not in the county. But
right, but it's in our hearts because it's part of our newspaper family.
That's exactly right. Maybe you'll see Nicole over there.
And I want to thank Henry Joe Yashek for being my hero last week on Friday.
Yeah, well, you can talk about that. I don't.
There was just a lady in distress that could have killed me because I didn't know if she had a weapon or not. And Henry went out there and braved it, and we called the police, and they helped us.
Henry Joe Yashek is exactly the man that I would love to have in a desperate crisis.
Well, I had no one else.
Where was Chuck?
He left.
Oh, where was Jimmy? Oh, he was on
Vacation. And you wouldn't have came if I'd have called you.
No, you're probably right. I was probably asleep. Okay, with that being said.
Thank you, Henry Joe.
Say your goodbyes.
I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Best luck to those contestants tonight. And stay safe. Smile always.
You bet. And friends, I want to thank you for listening, and I hope you're sharing these podcasts. And I don't know, you might share it to somebody that you thought was your friend, that after they listen, they may no longer be your, because, sometimes the girls get crazy. And we thank Ani for coming and participating last week. And I want to say thank you again to Jonathan Brooks for coming and visiting with the kids here at the football field. He's a fine young man, and we're happy that he came back to visit. With that being said, attend all these events and look forward to July the 4th. And get on over to Luling and enjoy all the festivities and some of those good watermelons. So that's it for now, and we'll be talking to you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.